Okay, so maybe civilization as we know it did not come to an end when Friends went off the air last night. But tens of millions of Americans did stop for a couple of hours to gather together and say goodbye to those 6 friends who'd become like family. Like the show, the farewell became its own phenomenon. Here's Edie Magnus.
This is like the best day ever. Ever. You guys might get back together. Monica and Chandler are getting their baby. They're chicks and ducks in the world again.
For many, it was hard to believe it was the best day ever because it was the last.
It's my favorite TV show, and I'm so sad that it's leaving.
And more than 50 million people tuned in for that long goodbye.
I thought it was fabulous.
I laughed, I cried. It was better than Seinfeld.
There were fans watching at a big screen in New York City.
I had to cry all the time. It was so emotional.
At a bar in Washington, D.C., in a bedroom in Los Angeles, singing the theme song.
I'll be there for you.
And at a nightclub in Chicago, the guys who really sing the theme song were singing it better. It was a moment for all the friends of friends to take in.
Au revoir. Oh, they're going to really hate me over there.
Even one network, TV Land, admonished viewers who tried to watch something else.
Hello, the last episode of Friends. It's on right now. Change the channel.
Maybe sleeping together was the perfect way to say goodbye.
But I was upset when Rachel got on the plane after she heard that Ross said, you know, he loved her.
The most talked about scene at parties across the country, the one in which star-crossed lovers Rachel and Ross finally figure it out.
I was like, oh my God, please get off the plane. I got off the plane.
When she showed up at the door, it was just...
Yes, finally, yes.
The scene that got the biggest laugh? When Chandler and Monica finally got their baby.
I'm going to love you so much that no woman is ever going to be good enough for you.
And then got another.
What do we do?
What do you mean, what do we do?
Twins! Twins!
Chandler, you're panicking.
Uh-huh. Join me, won't you?
TV critic Mark Pizer writes in Newsweek, Thursday night just won't be the same.
There are certainly people in this country who are passionate about Friends. They lived for Thursday nights, and they will miss it tremendously.
As for the finale, Pizer liked the way the show managed to keep its soft touch without taking it too far.
I didn't cry, and I actually give them credit for not being over the top.
Fans, however, were just a little more emotional than a TV critic.
It makes me sad to see all the characters kind of go their separate ways.
Later on, with Jay Leno, the actors agreed it made them sad, too.
I shed a few tears. Yeah. I hope the entire country is moved by it emotionally and funny. But, for us, it was just, to see these relationships wrap up is just, too much to take.
Though they'll live forever in reruns, it's the end of an era of sorts. Our TV friends have said their goodbyes. They've all moved on.
But before they all left, there were a lot of loose ends to tie up.
You have to get off the plane. What? Why?
The hidden meaning you might have missed behind all those plot twists and how they came up with a twist ×2.
We wanted to do something that would really settle them.
Inside the twists and turns of the Friends finale. Plus, the friend who's not going away. A sneak preview of the new Friends spin-off as Matt LeBlanc takes us behind the scenes at Joey's new digs.
Hey!
Joey, moving on and moving up. From our studios in New York, here again is Stone Phillips.
In the Friends finale, there was love, laughter, and some loose ends tied up. There was also a plot twist or two. How'd they come up with them? Here's Josh Mankiewicz.
I know. It was just, it was just the perfect way to say goodbye.
It was all there one final time. The foosball table.
Good game, good game, good game, good game, good game.
Gunther at the coffee house.
I know you're leaving tonight, but I just have to tell you.
And that famous apartment with the purple door.
Has it always been purple?
Last night, audiences said goodbye not just to 6 old friends, but to an entire world we let into our living rooms every Thursday for 10 years.
This is a chance to sort of bring back some of the iconic characters from Friends. The chick, the duck, the foosball table.
Action!
For the creators of Friends, David Crane and Marta Kaufman, it was a chance to wrap up some long-running stories and move on. We talked to them about those moments and, as you'll see later, about some moments that didn't make it into the final script.
That's Yasmin Bleak. She's a completely different kind of chick.
Back in season 3, Joey gave Chandler a gift.
I love you both, but in very different ways.
A chick and a duck. Last night, Joey was at it again, with a chick and a duck as a goodbye gift.
That's a baby chicken duck.
And I named him Chick Jr. and Duck Jr.
But another famous Friends pet never made it into the finale.
Marcel, did you poo in the shoe? Oh, Marcel, Dad.
So Chick and Duck make reappearances, but Marcel the monkey does not.
No.
Unpopular with viewers?
No, I think actually quite popular with viewers.
Difficult to work with as a personality?
Not the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah. The chick and the duck, you put them in a box and you're done.
Marcel the monkey was specifically connected to Ross, and he had other stuff going on in this episode, and we didn't think he also needed a monkey on his back the whole time.
Did something happen with you two?
Hey, I'm not one to kiss and tell, but I'm also not one to have sex and shut up. We totally did it.
We'll get to Ross and his problems in a second, but first, that chick and that duck?
They're in the table!
Well, that can't be good.
We gotta get them out of there.
How?
Maybe we can lure them out. You know any bird calls?
Oh, tons. I'm quite the woodsman.
Foosball is a game for men who still want to act like boys. And the foosball table was a big Friends icon. Rarely was there a shot of Joey and Chandler's apartment without that table in it.
Second.
The table first arrived in season 1 when the guys bought it instead of a dining room table.
Looks like we kicked your butts.
No, she kicked our butts. You could be on the Olympic stand in that team.
Last night, they left it to Monica to destroy the table and save the trapped birds.
All right, my job here is done.
That was impressive.
Yeah. You didn't even use the tools for most of it.
Yeah, they were just slowing me down. All right, I gotta get back to the babies. See you girls later.
So breaking apart the foosball table.
Yeah, for us to break the foosball table, it felt like a rite of passage. It felt like an end. It's sort of an end of an era, and we were fishing around for we needed another story for the finale. We knew we had Ross and Rachel, and we knew we were going to have the baby.
Monica and Chandler.
But we needed another story to sort of fill out the show, and we kept trying to figure out combinations until we realized Joey and Chandler. Joey and Chandler, that's one of the great romances of the show. And
we realized that table kind of represents their relationship.
It's a baby. A beautiful little baby. And some other stuff I'm going to pretend I don't see.
A new relationship began for Chandler and Monica. They were expecting to adopt one baby, but their creative parents, Kaufman and Crane, gave them twins.
Well, you don't have that much time to relax. The other one will be along in a minute.
I'm sorry, who should be along in a what now?
The next baby should be along in a minute.
We only ordered one.
We were trying to come up with something that would be a little surprising. We all knew they were going to get a kid, so what could we do to kind of mix it up? And also the idea of Monica, who is a control freak, suddenly being handed something that is obviously, it just promises so much more than she's prepared for.
I don't care if it's 2 babies. I don't care if it's 3 babies. I don't care if the entire cast of 8 is enough comes out of there. We are taking them home because they are our children.
That double birth wrapped up one of Friends' most poignant long-running stories.
Is there a problem? Is there a problem with me or
With you?
Chandler and Monica's attempts to overcome infertility and build a family.
It means that we can keep trying. But there's a good chance this may never happen for us.
And we wanted to do something that would really settle them.
Oh my God.
And say, my God, this is their whole family. This is it. You know, having a baby is one thing, and then there's something about, you know, they have two now. And there's something, they might not need anything else for the rest of their lives, that they're set.
You could totally foresee a situation comedy in which Chandler and Monica raise twins.
You could also see, you know, a cartoon called Friends Babies, but it's not going to happen.